Hi, everybody. Question: have you ever had this nagging voice? And when I say nagging, I mean like full on, every time you get a moment of silence in your head, nagging voice. It sounds like your voice, but it's kind of nagging, asking you to do things. And they're not bad things, they're just things. Things like, be nice, or be kind, or give this person advice, or turn around, or duck. Just a nagging voice. Like I said, it's never really a bad thing that the voice is saying. It's just always there. Uh, I've had that voice for a while. Sometimes I listen, sometimes I don't. Uh, my name's Ross, by the way. First time posting myself on YouTube. Tried doing a YouTube channel before, but it was like a faceless channel doing sounds to help babies and people go to sleep. Yeah, didn't pan out too well. That got very boring very quickly. So I guess that thing wasn't for me. Thought it would have been easy. It's not as easy as people make it seem. It's not. But back to the voice. Yeah, the voice, I feel and I've discovered, it's usually God. It's usually God talking to you, letting you know that He's there, letting you know that He wants to guide you. And especially if you were to pray a prayer asking for guidance, the voice usually gets more frequent and a little louder, a little more naggy. And I don't mean naggy in a bad way, like I said, just naggy, very persistent. So, like I said, this is my first time, and it probably won't be my last time either, because the voice started pushing me towards posting on YouTube. And I think it's because of what I've been asking for. I've asked for a lot of things. But usually when you ask for things, there's usually an exchange that needs to happen. That's kind of like, I've discovered too that that's a bit of a law or a principle. You have to do something in order to receive something. You don't just get anything for nothing. And usually when you ask God for something, God usually creates or orchestrates, I want to say orchestrates situations for you to either learn how to do the thing or learn how to provide yourself with the thing that you're asking for. God usually puts you in situations where you don't have a choice. Like, you really don't have a choice. And sometimes you hear the voice and sometimes you don't hear the voice. God talks to everyone in a different way. It's not always the same way, from what I've discovered. Some people would beg to differ, some people would choose to argue about that, but hey, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to talk. At least that's what the voice has told me to do, to talk. And I would usually consider myself an introverted person. So shout out to my introverts out there. Yeah, that's not something an introvert would normally do. But anyway, yeah, like I'm saying, back to the voice. So, listening to said voice, and it's not gonna be easy at first because the devil, Satan, Lucifer, the enemy. I used to hate it when people say the enemy, back when I wasn't listening to the right voice. It's just annoying. But anyway, I'm rambling. Yeah, so it gets the voice gets louder, the voice gets more persistent, the voice suggests more, and you will discover that when you start listening, right, when you start listening and you start acting upon the instructions that the voice is giving, because most of the time you'll know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Most people have a conscience. Most people have a conscience and a heart. It's just sometimes that heart gets you in a lot of problems. Yeah. But anyway, like I say, I stray a lot. That, I don't know if that's amusing for anyone, but I stray a lot. So buckle up. Yeah, so back to the voice again. Listening to the voice can be a good thing. It's not always going to be easy. It hasn't been easy for me because, like I said, I'm a bit of an introverted person. Most people know nothing about what's going on with me. I don't talk much. Probably why the voice is telling me to talk now. This usually, not even usually, I've noticed too that if you're afraid of something, and when I say afraid of something, I don't mean afraid as in imminent danger, like a car is coming at you or a dog is running behind you or you're in the presence of a crocodile or something. No, that's not life threatening. You're just afraid. And that that fearful feeling is usually linked to anxiety. Anxiety creates the sense of fear, fight or flight situation and it's usually a situation that has nothing's happening. Nothing, like there's no actual physical life-threatening danger going on. It's just you're afraid of what might happen because you don't know what's going to happen. That type of fear, I feel God and the Bible, what's in the Bible helps you deal with that anxiety because it's helped me. I mean, look at, I'm posting on YouTube. Never thought that this would happen. Actually, I always wanted it to happen, but you know, when you're afraid of what people might think, what people will say, basically in the comments, I might go in the comments to see what negative things people will say. May not. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna post this, but yeah, that's gonna come. That's gonna have its time. But this is like I said, this is my first time posting on YouTube. It's probably gonna be a bumpy ride. It's probably not gonna be a bumpy ride. It's probably gonna be easy at sometimes. Probably gonna be hard at sometimes. But that's life. And whether I post now or 10 years from now, the 10 years are still gonna come and they're still gonna go. Shout out to Myron Golden, by the way, because that guy, awesome. Really should give him a watch. Highly recommended. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Yeah, here I am. This is very interesting because before I pressed play, I felt a bit of a panic attack settling in. My heart started to race, my adrenaline started kicking in, and then I just was like, you know what? Play. So here I am, pressing play. Just turn the camera on and see what you get. I have watched a few videos on YouTube. The voice told me to watch a few videos on YouTube to, I guess, get a feel for what to expect. People have posted out there on how to start. They say a lot, and I know that there's a common denominator there that people just are like, just press play, just turn the camera on, just sit in front of the camera and do you, like in a nice way. I'm not saying nice way, like in a sensible way. You know what I mean? But yeah, if there's anything, any questions, comments, queries, anybody have, if this video helped you in any sort of way, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, let the Lord lead you. If this video does absolutely nothing for you and you have a negative comment, leave the negative comment anyway. It's whatever. The negative comments, I guess there's constructive criticism in some of those for what they're worth. Whatever. Some people are mean. Some people go out of their way to be mean, which I feel is counterproductive because you were put here for a purpose, and if you think that your purpose is to be mean, all power to you. Be mean. But there's a special place for mean people, if you know what I mean. And if you don't believe in God, then good luck with that. Because the way things have been happening in my life, and I've heard terms like collective consciousness. Who do you think created the consciousness? Right. So, like I said, this is a new experience. Yeah. If you, and I'm gonna leave with this. If you can't find a kind person, be one. Because telling you no lie, it changes your perspective on life. It changes how people view you, and it changes how God views you. Because I think that's the foundational purpose of the word, and the foundational purpose of what God wants for us. So until next time, see you later.